My name is Ayananka Bose. More commonly, everybody calls me Bose because Ayananka is very difficult to pronounce. So I'm Bose. I've shot a few films, I've shot a few commercials. Me and Nasir bhai now I think are finishing our 8th year together. We started 2010 and through these many years I can say one thing, that I have never ever been let down because lighting or a light truck or grips, anything from his end has ever been a problem. And that speaks volumes because we are in an industry where I am replaceable. I have been replaced once or twice in films. He has never been replaced. Now that speaks a lot in terms of volumes. We are in a very weird industry where if you're doing good work, nobody says you're good. But if you're doing a bad or a substandard work, immediately people start talking. So in all these years, I've never ever heard anybody talk bad about Nasir, which is a good thing because nobody's going to say he's great, at least not in front of him. If you ask us behind him, we'll always say. And if you ask me, I think the fact that I'm working with him for all my features and all my commercials itself is a testimonial to what a good relationship we share. Not once have I ever even thought of deviating. It's a fact, and Nasir bhai knows this, that whichever film that I go to commit, whichever commercial that I go to commit, my first clause, and I send out an email to all my people with whom I work. In that email, it is a standard clause that says, my lights will always come from lightnlight. There is no discussion about it. There is no second vendor, there is no third vendor. Light is always from lightnlight. I love the kind of equipment he has. I love the kind of support he gives for a DOP. I love all of that, and it's all silent. He never shows that he's supporting you. He never shows that he's going out of his way. But yet, when you know the circumstances that we are working in, I might suddenly need 4 brand new big lights. It's always there. A producer might not even know that he has adjusted the rate. So those are things that we get to know later, and those are things that count. It's not just a business relationship where I say, Achha, I want my lights from here, just get it, sort out and do it. It's more than that. It's all the small things that he does. Like when I was probably shooting a big film called Kick. That was the first time where another lighthouse was already, like, I'm a loyalist to Nasir, so I understand that the producer also had a loyalist. He didn't flinch. He still gave me his men, he still gave me people out of his company who have been working with me for the last 10, 11 years. And then we went back to working. Now that is again something that works only on relationship basis. Every time some production house has said, sir, we don't have budget for lights and this and that, he has always stepped up. So I've never felt the pinch. As a cameraman, we have a certain idea about how we want to light. And I've asked for those lights, but maybe they're not falling in the budget. Nasir always makes it happen. Now that again is always saying about relationship. And he won't even call me, he won't even tell me. He'll just make it happen. He's never made a call and said, sir, this light was like 10 rupees, but I made it in 5 rupees. Till today, never. But we know he does that, and that speaks volumes about that man. There must be a reason why so many people love him, Like I said, in an industry where your mistakes are unpardonable, even if you make one mistake, doesn't matter that you did 10 things good, one mistake you do, you're out. He has never been out from anybody that I know of. So, that speaks volumes about lightnlight. There was a time when I would check the truck. There was a time, I didn't become a DOP overnight. I was an assistant first, then I became my own first AC, then I became a cameraman. So there was a time that I would always keep going to the truck, checking what is there in a truck and stuff. And now in the last 10 years, he has made it so easy for me that I don't even see what is there in the truck. I think I might be 100% privileged to say that I think he keeps one truck loaded with things that I like, and it's always standing by. Now, who does that? He hasn't told me that, but I think I wouldn't be wrong when I say that he does that. There is a truck full of stuff, like I like soft boxes. I don't like Kino flows. I don't like HMI lights. There is a truck in the lightnlight godown that does not have a single HMI, that does not have a single Kino flow, but has tungsten lights, it has soft boxes, and is probably categorized as ye Bose sir ka light truck hai, which goes wherever I go. Now again, that only bonds a relationship. that is something that makes working so much nicer. It makes you feel that there is somebody who's looking after you. It has never been that I've gone on set and said, "Arey, I need one parkan," and they'll be like, "Sir, wo to list mein tha hi nahi." I don't have to give a list. It's there in the truck because he knows I like a parkan. Whether I use it, I don't use it, it's there. Is he charging the producer for that? No. Again, speaks volumes about a man who is ready to keep stuff on set because maybe this guy likes it and he knows my style. I'm sure he knows everybody's style, and for everybody he personally makes sure that their individual likes and dislikes are catered to. That is again why I think he's loved. So in terms of his mobile truck, I have seen his mobile truck. I have been impressed by the way that he's made a very international style of lighting truck in India, which was very needed. Unfortunately, I have not really gone and visited trucks ever since for the past 4-5 years. So I see the truck from far and I say, "Haan, acha truck hai." I think we took a picture with his truck when I was in Abu Dhabi. When he set up his unit in Abu Dhabi, when I was also there, I think it just coincided. The timing coincided that I needed to shoot Dishum there. At the same time, he pushed and made sure that Light and Light was available when I was in Abu Dhabi. To me, it felt like I was in Abu Dhabi, but it felt like I was shooting in Bombay. Again, ease, relationship. Probably me and Nasir share a very strange kind of ecosystem. I went to Abu Dhabi, Nasir opened it up in Abu Dhabi. I went to Hyderabad to shoot DJ, he opened up in Hyderabad for DJ. I went to Mauritius to shoot, he opened up in Mauritius to shoot. I don't know whether it's catering to me, which shouldn't be, but at the same time, it's a great feeling. I feel as if I'm shooting in Bombay because every time I've gone anywhere out of my comfort zone, he's made sure that I'm comfortable. What I know is that we used to use these sockets and loop boards and all these distribution systems which were not so safe, things used to short circuit and all that. But I think Nasir started changing the whole thing. I don't know whether you call it the European system or the American system, whichever, but it's those very fancy looking ones that he's adopted for probably last 3-4 years. So when it comes to safety today, I don't think there is any reason to worry on his set because it's completely taken care of by the gaffers, by all the light boys, and it's a very efficient system of loading, unloading, and more than anything, I think what is his USP is that all his team is very production friendly. If they have an issue which they need to sort out at a production level, they do it without these things reaching the DOP. So we just walk into set, and for us it's an amazing thing that everything is taken care of, everything is sorted before you walk into set. See, the way Nasir has been growing past couple of years, I've always asked him, how is he surviving this industry, because he's getting everything that is brand new. I used to get Canara babies in 2010, 2011. Since 2012, I've only seen Arri equipment on my set. Whenever I need a tube light or something, I get an original Kino Flow. Whenever I need some light which is new, I've seen him always upgrade it. I don't know, this talks very good about his upgrading facilities, which he's always upgrading. He's got the latest mole beams, he's got the latest Arris, he's got the latest, call it what you want to, these new LED lights, he's got the latest sky panel. So every time I see him, he sends some new light to my set. He says, "Just try this out, I'm buying 100 of these." I'm like, wow, okay. That again, he's constantly upgrading, constantly in tune with what is new. He's constantly in tune with what the new demands of the new generation is. And he's always ready to give it at the same cost that doesn't burden the producer. So I don't know how he's functioning. I don't know how he's making a profit at all in the first place, but he's making sure that his DOPs are all happy.